I need it. I'm telling y'all, lock it in.
I need a sports podcast. I need it now.
The ball is tipped. And there you are. No, I'm playing. What's up? What's up, everybody? I Need a Sports Podcast. Back in action. Y'all already know what time it is. It's the best time of the sports year. It's March and it's Madness, man. So y'all know we had to bring y'all all of our March Madness tips. We about to get a perfect bracket. No, ain't nobody doing that. But we are gonna be sharing our brackets that we made. Your bracket gonna be perfect. Go ahead and tell the podcast. I'm not biased, bro. I'm not biased.
Yeah, nah, bro. I ain't biased, man.
What's your team, Kim?
You see the blue, man. Them Blue Devils, man. The brotherhood, man. We taking it this year, man.
It's all year.
Nah,
you
bro.
You never even
bro.
been to North Carolina.
Nah, bro. Look. y'all don't even know where this hat came from. 2008. Where was the Final Four? In San Antonio.
Nobody know, bro.
Yeah,
40
bro.
years old.
Kansas about to make a Cinderella. Man, fuck no. We so ass. We about to get blasted in the first round, probably. But yeah, man, excited for the tournament. Obviously, can't wait to see which Cinderella team it is this year that completely breaks everybody's brackets. But right now we about, what does it say, 8 minutes away from tip-off of North Carolina, San Diego State, first four action. We just wrapped up Alabama State with a layup to seal it at the end. HBCU moving on to the round of 64, get Auburn next, and just gonna pray for them. But hey, they made it. They made it. Yeah, PV nowhere to be found, man. Hey, man, if Nick ain't get hurt, it might have been a different story. He was hooping, man.
Hooping.
Yeah, not the team, but he was hooping. But yeah, man. What's y'all's favorite part about March Madness?
The games all day, not doing shit at work.
Let me make sure we bought this from Christian Floyd. Yeah, no, the first weekend definitely is that's some crack for sure. Games literally nonstop every single hour.
Stop, bro. 12 hours of the day damn near.
Yeah. Do not bother me. I'm tuned in to the game.
Facts.
Man. What about you, Cam?
I think it got to be like the upsets, bro. Like, the lower seeds, like upsetting like the bigger seeds. That has to be like amazing feeling, dog.
And the last, I guess like 5 years, we've seen 2 16 seeds upset a one. UMBC versus Virginia back in 2019-ish, I think, or 2018.
Shit, I just watched the film with Kentucky and where Jack Golke went to school.
Oh, yeah, last year.
10 threes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always one guy that you never heard of that just completely crushes your dreams.
He said, "We not a Cinderella."
Yeah, we're supposed to be here. Proceeds to lose to the next round.
Yeah, remember that one team, Florida Gulf Coast, I believe it was.
Boy, they was dunking everything.
They was dunking everything. That was a good squad.
Freaking FDU a couple years ago when they whooped Purdue, and they didn't even have a dude over 6'6", and the person that Zach Edey and still lost. Shit, y'all remember, man? Kids will never know. Y'all remember the Jimmer for Dexcom?
Yeah.
Man, there was a solid time for a couple months after that tournament where every time you was in the basketball gym in PE or athletics, whatever you want to call it, every time the ball went up, Jimmer,
yeah, there was a point in time where it's crazy, bro, because stuff like that happens, and you'd be like, man, at this moment in time, that's probably the best player in the world. right now,
that's the best player in the world, and then they don't even make it in the NBA for it. You never hear about him again. Shoot, I seen a post earlier. What's his name? Is his name Cam Burns, the big dude from NC State last year?
Oh yeah, with the locks.
Man, he playing in China for one of the meme teams that they be saying the Guangdong Tigers, whatever.
He should have played football. Shit. He could have been a
He
mean ass.
better be. Is he dominating? Because I know he bigger than everybody over there. He may not be taller, but
they ain't show no stats. They just show a picture of him. It was a page NCAA March Madness superstar.
It was DJ,
and like where they're at now. Yeah. Shoot. Look, Jimmer, he didn't end up really. He got a couple or a few NBA stints, but he didn't really do nothing with them. What's some other NCAA March Madness?
The camera.
Shoot.
No, that's DJ Bear.
Butler, y'all remember Butler back in the day? They didn't win, but Gordon Hayward, back with Brad Stevens as head coach. That's easy. He basically that basically gave him the doorway into the NBA, and then it was over from there. Now he an NBA champion GM with the Celtics, but that started with Butler breaking everybody's brackets. They just could never win the championship. But
so who gonna be the first team to break the bracket? God damn! I just stuttered so bad.
Sound like me.
Who gonna be the first team to break everybody's bracket?
Man,
schedule the games, honestly, but
no, we could discuss. I got some trends to share with everybody watching, and for y'all. See, maybe we can put a better guess to it. Let me see. Let me pull up this. Where's the
schedule? First round schedule. The ball is tipped.
Trying to pull up the North Carolina scorecast so we could just have it ready. But yeah, man, like just listen to some of these trends and stats that have happened throughout the year. So for one, the 8-9 matchup, that's always one of the hardest matchups to pick because them teams basically dead even.
Mm-hmm.
And the last, 6 years, the 9 seed is 16-8 versus the 8 seed. But I'm not gonna lie, going through my bracket this year, I think I picked 3 of the 8 seeds to win.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, just for the games on Thursday. I mean, I guess we're gonna talk about it, but I definitely got both of the 8 seeds on Thursday. I got them winning for sure.
If you a 4 seed facing a 13, you're gonna have to.
Somebody TV loud.
Oh, that's mine. That's my bad.
Yeah, of course it is,
bro.
That's that bait.
Save him, Jesus.
But if you a 4 seed and you match up with 13, a 13 seed is won in the first round every year since 2018.
So 113 seed is won in the first round every year since 2013?
For the last 6 years and 29 total. Since
okay.
At least one 11 seed is won in the first round every year since 2010. And 11 seeds have won in total.
Okay.
At least 12 seed is won in the first round 11 times since 2010. And them 12-5 matchups, man.
You know who people looking at?
Which one you about to say?
McNeese and Clemson.
Yeah.
A lot of people looking at that. I
did more than look at it.
That's crazy.
We'll get to that a little bit later. Another one they're looking at, Michigan, I think had like 5 quad 1 wins, and they got UC San Diego, who's like 30-3. Shoot the skin off the ball. Michigan should have a clear size advantage that they can use, but that's a tough matchup. I stayed away from that one because a lot of people are calling that 12-5 upset. And once Vegas get word of that, it kind of get a little dicey there. I might put that call in, and then what it is after that.
You be forgetting what you did, and then you go back and look and like, oh, I did that. What? This is crap, bro. I may have a perfect bracket this year, man. Anybody out there? I'll bet you 100 to your $1. I got the.
I'm flipping that right now. I might got a perfect bracket, y'all. After
know, bro.
weekend one, everything ran
Bro,
30%
after Wednesday, bro, nothing finna go my way. Or Thursday, not Wednesday, Thursday.
Shoot, Kim, I'm not even trying to hold. What was the year y'all lost to Northern Iowa on the half court shot? What seed was y'all? Was that 6-11? I want to say that was a 6-11 matchup that year.
It might have been. I don't even. Let me see.
But that's the ones too. Like there's the ones that the bracket busters, but then there's also the ones like we just seen Alabama State last second shot. Like that's got to be crushing, especially for some of these kids. They in their 7th year of eligibility. Like damn, it's really over.
It's a sign. It should have been over 2 years ago. You never felt this way.
NCAA, please accept my waiver for 8th year of eligibility as I pursue my PhD.
PhD crazy.
They better have a PhD as long as some of these kids be at these schools, man.
It was 6 versus 11.
6 versus 11, yep.
That's the year we had Curran Roach from North Shore.
I want to know against him in my career. You know what I'm saying? Knocked him out of the Texas high school playoffs.
You sound like that interview Russell Westbrook did with his wife. But they played one-on-one one time and she won. And she said they're gonna never do it again. So
hey, I'm 1-0 versus him, 1-0 versus Deere.
I knew you was like what? Play him again.
No.
They probably charge money to play them.
Well, North Carolina San Diego State has just tipped off. Who y'all got in this one? I think the line closed North Carolina 5-point favorites, even though it is very up in the air if they should even be here in this tournament right now. I know if any West Virginia fan is watching, they are definitely feeling that one as they were snubbed. But UNC,
that's probably the books trying to take people money, bro. Because the narrative I've heard today is like coach in the locker room, they saying you're not supposed to be here. They saying y'all not good, and it's North Carolina, it's UNC, so it's like they got the prestige, I guess. I think that's the book trying to win some money on a negative line, which is interesting.
Because San Diego State definitely got a bunch of new players from years past, but they've been a pretty dominant team in March Madness the last couple of years. A Final Four run, a couple of deep other tournament runs, but
so they were just in the chip.
Yeah, they were just
they're showing it right there that they lost to UConn.
Yeah. Well, I guess 2 years ago, because that was the one in Houston. Yeah. But shoot, one of their players at that point too, what was his name? Jadion Lee, I think. I played with him at one point at some camp and trained with him, but shoot, I just don't know how North Carolina made it, dog.
Yeah,
the ACC besides Duke and Louisville was super weak for one, and then two, the whole premise of all these selection committees, bracketology, whatever you want to call it, for as long as I can remember, is it's important to get quad 1 wins. It shows like you can beat good opponents. North Carolina had one. I think they were like 1-11 in quad 1 games. Never been done before, and they just made the tournament.
I wonder what that dude said in the room to convince everybody in here to do it.
Well, apparently they said allegedly he wasn't allowed to be in the room when they voted on North Carolina. But it's like he was in the room to vote on other teams that could have got in over. He was in the room to vote on West Virginia.
The fact that he had a conflict of interest like that, he probably should never been in the room at all to vote on anything.
You would think, but the NCAA is just corrupt as hell.
I would say aren't like all the guys who pick aren't they like boosters for somebody some of the colleges?
I'm sure you could tie them back to some type of booster or fundraiser for them. That's what I'm saying.
It need to be like
NCAA was corrupt under the table before NIL. Now NIL, they just corrupt for everybody to see, but can't nobody check it because ain't no rules on it. So that's if there's ever going to be a fix, the NCAA would have to be disbanded, but that we know that's not happening.
Well, I don't understand because if it's a ratings game, if it's like a trying to make money game, who making money off of watching North Carolina? The only reason anybody's watching this game is because it's the only one on.
Yeah.
I guess everybody gonna hate watch him. I guess I don't know. I
I'm
don't hate him enough to
watching.
care.
I'm hate watching right now. No, I'm playing. I don't really care either. But I do feel bad for West Virginia though, because I mean they really did their thing this year. They had like 5 quad 1 wins, and then like you can only play who you schedule against. They had a decent schedule, and then it's like we can't even get rewarded for that based on the criteria you set in years past as president. I don't sit right. And then, like you said, icing on the cake is the fact UNC's AD is on the committee.
Ooh.
Okay, Elliot.
3 ball. 5-5 early start. Man.
I hate that he went to UNC. He should have went somewhere better.
Who?
Elliot, the guard from North Carolina, number 3.
Elliot Cadeau.
Yeah, he should have went to a school that he could have 1 year and then went to the league because.
Yeah, I used to mix up him and Anthony Black all the time. I thought they was the same people. What in the world? How did bro? Did y'all just see this dude fumble this layup and then settle for a contested 3?
Yeah.
See, that's shit as a coach. To the bench, bro. To the bench. At the very least, if you fumbled that, just pull the ball back out and run an offense.
That's crazy.
Right, he shot that hole like there was time running off.
Like it was not right. And that's the shit that pisses me off. That's why I hate college kids. Because what is he even looking back for? Just
give me a sub. What a sub? Come on, sub. Come on.
Why he pound dribble like that? Just go up.
No. He already took too many dribbles for me. Pissed me off. Like y'all know what 4 dribble man. He should have been in the basket in 2 dribbles or less.
He was probably trying to slam that hole.
Yeah, I was about to say he's probably trying to boom that.
Heart beating fast. Oh, this NCAA. Everybody
missed this.
I'm finna show up. What? Dang. I think we're trying to get our guy Swan on, but I think he's having technical difficulties. I don't know. Swan, if you can hear me, no, it's still showing just the black screen backstage. Hey. Come on, StreamYard. We need the full gang here, man. But, was that a 3 ball?
Yep.
Ain't that old dude who had the lane violation versus Duke this past weekend? That just hit that 24?
I don't think I watched this past weekend.
I think you.
Yeah, that's it, bro. You ain't see the clip, Chris?
Mm-mm.
Man, free throw to tie the game at the end.
Idiot.
But he just stepped in the lane for no reason. Like not even like a false step. Like just stepped in the lane 5 seconds early for no reason. Got a lane violation, and a teammate had hit the free throw too. Would have sent it to overtime. Instead, Duke wins by 1. There we go. There we go. We got our guy Swan in here now.
Bro, I had drawn my phone, bro. So crazy.
Swan. Welcome to the podcast. We got the whole gang here now. First question on entry, bro. What's your favorite part about March Madness?
The upsets, bro. The upsets.
Bro, be original. The other Cam said that. No,
I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I'm joking. I gotta say, they're making the history. Not even just upsets in general. Like, you got like some certain schools are like breaking accolades, and some like schools like, let's say, like for example, like a Lola Chicago back in the day, like back a couple years ago.
We didn't even talk about her. What's her name? What was the granny's name?
She's still alive? She's still with us, or what?
She's still alive too. She's still kicking.
Mother something. I can't remember.
Mother forever.
Mother June.
I think something like
Gene. Yeah. Gene.
But you got schools like that, like breaking like curses and stuff, like making like generational runs. That's the top part. Like, so I'm not gonna say really upsets, just schools like getting recognized like that. Like last year, seeing NC State go that far with DJ Burns, for example.
Yeah,
DJ
Burns. That's what his name was.
I said that.
Oh, well, Swan already knew, bro. How about that?
He's in my search history right now.
He knew before you. He knew before.
Well, you got players like him, for example. Like, if you look at all the March Madness players, you be like the DJ Burns, the Kyle guys, players like that who just went off in the NCAA. But it's crazy because after NCAA, they don't do anything else.
We had
Like-
just said that too. It's like we be watching that, thinking like, man, this the next star, and then
Yeah.
a couple years
You
go
got-
down the road, you don't even know where bro at
You
anymore.
can't
Like-
ever find that high again, bro. You can chase
Like,
it
I'm not
after
gonna
the rest
lie,
of your
bro.
life.
The last player who, like, I was really like, okay, bro, like, where he go was Chris Jenkins, bro. He hit that game-winning shot for Villanova. I ain't heard from bro since after that.
Oh, you're right. Because everybody else on that team in the league.
Yeah.
But the crazy Chris Jenkins was there was an argument. I'm not saying he was, but there was an argument that Chris Jenkins was the best player on that Villanova team too. He was
And
cold.
that's the crazy part. Everybody like Brunson and all them are in the league, and he's still overseas somewhere.
Shit.
Actually, I don't even think I don't even think he overseas. I think I think he's assistant coach now for Villanova.
Yeah.
I think.
Shoot, what's his name?
What's that player name that was at Virginia that hit that game winner?
Kyle Guy.
No, him when they
Kyle
played
Guy's
UNC.
Kyle Guy's assistant coach.
When they played UNC,
Yeah, I think it was Kyle Guy.
and UNC did that double clutch 3.
No,
and they went
that
down
was
the court.
Villanova. That was Villanova.
That was
Chris
Villanova.
Jenkins.
That wasn't
Yeah.
Virginia.
That was the national championship where Marcus Page hit that like double
Oh
clutch
yeah,
three,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
he came
yeah.
back
That's
down.
another
what I'm
player.
talking about.
That's
exactly
another
what I'm
player,
talking
Marcus
about.
Page. We ain't heard nothing from him.
Marcus
since.
Page, he is on
was.
UNC coaching staff, I think.
Yeah.
He was in the NBA for like a little while. And
Yeah.
then,
I think he
It's
there.
either
When he-
him or Kendall Marshall. They had two left-hand point guards back to back. I can't
Kendall
remember.
Marshall,
Yeah,
his
Kendall
time with the Lakers, and he just got back. I think he came to coach.
But shit, y'all remember? He played for UNC, but he was originally with Oklahoma and helped with them with Buddy Hield. Brady Manick,
I remember him.
white dude, the tall white dude with the he had a
He had
burner
a
on
crazy
him.
shot. I remember.
But I don't know where he at right now, but I mean he was killing stuff at Oklahoma and UNC.
There's a lot of players like that though, bro. Like graduating and just.
when I think of UNC, I think of like Tyler Hansbrough.
Bro, I
Like,
remember.
I ain't gonna, he was cold in college. Like
He was
I'm like,
cold.
how's he this good?
He was decent with the Pacers.
Dude, that whole team was
Yeah.
nice. Ty Lawson,
Yeah.
Hansbrough, Wayne Ellington,
Ty Lawson was
Danny
insane.
I ain't
Green.
gonna lie.
Danny
Wayne
Green was on that team.
I ain't gonna lie. Wayne Ellington had a shot, bro.
Wayne
Yeah, he did.
yeah,
Wayne
that's
Ellington
that's the year we played him in the Final Four.
Yeah, Wayne
They was
Ellington.
cold.
Him and Danny Green had some burners, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, I think we was up in that game 44-12 in the first half, and they came back and almost won. Shoot, then we played Memphis in the championship back when they had Rose. There was some other dudes on that team that was cold. I'm trying to think. It was a light-skinned dude, number 14. What was his name? He was cold, but I don't know where he at now. Bro, this is bringing back too much nostalgia. I
Bro.
gotta look it up.
What is one team?
Was it Chris Douglas Roberts? I think.
Probably was him, bro. What is one team that really had like a lot of potential and they ain't doing anything to y'all? Like they supposed to like go far in the NCAA tournament, and then if I
Bro,
The
I'll
Michigan
never-
State team with Denzel Valentine.
Bro, I'll never live down. What was it? I think it was 20. It was two of them for us. I think it was 2010 and 2014. 2010, it was the team with the Morris twins. They senior year, and we was cold, and they lost to VCU. If they
I think
don't
for
lose, they
me-
probably win the championship that year.
I think for me, if I had to say, it was not really an upset, but it was like they had so much hype. We'll be in that UCLA team with Lonzo and TJ Leaf. That's one of them.
Yeah.
If I had
De'Aaron
said,
and them got revenge.
yeah, De'Aaron and Malik just went off. I think De'Aaron had 39 that game.
Bro, I was
Yeah.
right. Chris Douglas Roberts was the
I
shooting
think
guard. He was
another-
cold.
I think another team had been that team with Zion and RJ and Cam. That's like the most recent, in my opinion.
Who did they lose to?
Who did they lose to that year?
Because I feel like it was just a tough matchup. Like
Because Zion's getting clamped. I remember that. And then Cam shot wasn't falling.
I can't remember. I know they almost lost to UCF that year. They shouldn't have
Yeah.
saved that one with Taco
Yeah.
Fall.
yeah,
Who did they lose to?
I can't remember.
I think.
I'm trying to think. Nigga, look it up. I thought y'all was looking it up.
I'm on my phone, bro. I'm
I
on
would have typing.
I'm on my phone. What matter of fact, my laptop right here. Look it up.
I think Bryce gonna beat you.
He probably is, bro. He type fast. That's how
He
he
got the corporate fingers.
facts.
Oh my dad faced me.
They lost to Michigan State.
Yeah. Who was on Michigan State that year? That team that year? Was it Stanley? Or am I tripping?
I know. I think it wasn't the guard's name like Langford or something?
Romeo Langford.
Yeah, Romeo Langford.
Celtics legend.
Well, no, I think I'm thinking of someone wrong.
But who else is on that team though? It's not just him though. Somebody else is on that team that gave him buckets too. It wasn't Poole because Poole was on Michigan. Who was on that team?
Let's see. Cassius Winston. That's what.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was thinking of. I don't know why I said Stanley.
Wait, what we say? Did you say it's Joshua Langford? That was another. It was a dude named Joshua.
I thought you talking about Romeo Langford.
Yeah. Let's see. Who else? Matt McQuaid. He was a shooter. Xavier Tillman.
Yep.
Man, we gotta do a little clip. We just gotta name random college players from the NCAA.
Dang. I think of one. I don't be. I'm trying
what
to think
was who was the one? Y'all remember? I think it was like 07. I forgot who I think it was Georgetown. Y'all remember George Mason making it all the way to like the Final Four that one year?
If I had to name a random college player, I'm gonna say Jordan Walsh.
I'm dead. Shoot,
I say him.
George. I want to say it was 07, but it was the most random shit ever.
Another one be it ain't random, but he was a bucket in college. I don't know what happened to him in the NBA. Adam Morrison.
Gonzaga legend.
He was a bucket in college. I don't know what happened to him in the NBA. I think one of the few players that was like really a bucket in college and turned out was
that's what 2006 NCAA tournament. George Mason Patriots an 11 seed.
I know
the
Cam
world to make Final Four.
I know Cam hates this player, but he was a bucket in college too. Al Horford. I know he hate that player.
He was a
but
bucket.
he don't play. I know he was a bucket at Florida.
That whole Florida team was cold.
Facts,
I don't think we'll ever. Well, I can't say that because UConn literally just went back to back. But it was like a different team because the whole transfer portal and stuff. But that team, Florida team, literally just straight up, we just gonna run it back. They was obviously getting paid under the table, but imagine how much NIL they would have made back in the day. In Florida,
stupid amount.
Horford, who else was on the team?
That's actually who George Mason played and lost. They lost to Florida in the Final Four. That was the first year they won it.
Well,
but they beat UConn in the Elite Eight. And then who else?
I ain't gonna lie, Kimba UConn was such a dog too.
Yeah, he was cold.
Kimba was cold.
That Kimba run.
Cardiac Kimba.
But shoot, I'm not gonna lie. That run was cold, but then what Shabazz Napier did a couple years later might be.
Yeah.
Now that's the dude I thought was gonna be a star.
I thought he
was gonna be nice.
I ain't gonna lie. When he got to Timberwolves, I thought he was gonna really like.
Oh, get Beyonce off the screen.
I thought him, bro. I really thought Shabazz Napier and what's the other dude name? Muhammad. I thought them two was really gonna get the Timberwolves going.
Shoot, what's the guard that was running?
Shabazz Muhammad was a dog, bro.
Ryan Boatwright, the smaller guard, was hooping.
Nah,
he was open.
Him and Napier killed the Harrison twins.
Nah, you know who else? You know who else was a cold guard, bro? Ryan Archie. How you pronounce the last name?
Archie Diakin.
Oh, from Villanova.
Damn, don't get me started. He pissed. They beat Kansas. He pissed me off, bro.
He was a dog though, bro.
Hey, them Villanova teams.
Him and fucking Gillespie, back-to-back years.
They were them
was two Kansas teams that was right there and should have made, and then Villanova killed us.
It's like every time they
go in 22, but no, they killed us.
It's like every time they shot the ball, it's like that shit.
It went in.
It's like
dog.
They was just good.
That was the year that they beat the mess out of Oklahoma in the Final Four. Like they did not miss that game.
Chris, you talking? Oh, my bad.
But yeah, let me read some more of these random ass trends and stats before we do hop into this bracket stuff.
I remember it was like one year, or whatever. I think it was like Villanova down here, And in Houston, they was playing. I went to the Final Four. They played was that Villanova? I think it was Villanova.
I want to say
had
they played Oklahoma, and that they ain't
Oklahoma.
missed because that was the year
Yeah,
Buddy
that was-
Hield and them was hot, but
They
Villanova
was
did
not
not miss that game.
Bro,
I think they broke a record. Like they broke a record, like
Oh,
percentage
yeah.
wise. They did like.
And then I
most
wasn't.
winning shots
I think they beat Michigan that year in the championship. I want to say.
Was it Michigan? No, I think it was. Wasn't it Carolina?
No, that was the first year they won it. They beat Carolina.
bro.
Maybe that wasn't Houston though. I don't know.
Oh, you were so spoiled. You went from Blake.
It's really crazy. I mean, I'm
Buddy
not
to
mad
Trey.
at it because it'd be fun in the city when it happened, but Houston really be hogging some of these Final Fours. We done had like
Nah, we
3
had a
Final
lot.
Fours in the last 12 years or so.
San Antonio too. San Antonio be having like a lot of Final Fours. Like even with like the girls, like they be having a lot of Final Fours over there too.
But I was looking at ticket prices, bro.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous, bro.
That's why I
They
didn't go when it was in Houston, especially like I would maybe if Kansas would have made it, it would have given me more incentive. But I'm not paying $700 to be, especially because they be putting these games in the damn football, bro. You need you watching that shit on Streamies basically. You be seeing them pictures of the random ass seats that like when because they be putting the big ass screen above the court. Some of them people can't even see the court for real where the seat is at. That's ridiculous. But some more trends since 2004. These seeds have been the best against the spread in the round of 64. The 7 seeds, 43 and 31, 58% against spread. 3 seeds, 43 and 33 against the spread. And 12 seeds, 40 and 32 against. So them 12 seeds, it's a model here that you can really bet all 12 seeds against the spread and all of them ML and you come out positive. Now, I say that this is gonna be the year, everybody go bet that, and then that shit don't happen. But that's something that could occur as well. And then if you want to take it since 2011 and combine the 11, 12 seeds, they're 125 and 95 against the spread.
Bro, while I was going through, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
I'll say while I was going through different highlights, bro. Like just looking at different things. And no, I wasn't watching Al Horford cams. I know you didn't look like I know how you looking. I was looking at different highlights, bro. Why CJ McCollum was such a dog with Lehigh, bro?
No, my, don't get me started, bro.
Bro, I was gonna bring him up. I feel like he got his NBA career solely off that game.
Bro, he was such a dog.
That's the only reason he made it to the league, and then failed Dame time and time again when it came to it in the playoffs. And now he just
he fell in New Orleans now.
Yeah, just putting up useless stats.
But he was a dog. I think he had 46 that game, something like that.
Bro, couldn't stop him. I'm like, who is this? Who is this kid? Bro?
It didn't make it worse, bro. Back then, like their jerseys was like way more baggy. Bro, he was cooking there.
he was cooking them in the baggy shorts.
He was literally floating, bro. This one, CJ had that fade, bro. He was cooking everybody that play out. I mean, that bracket, that play out run, bro. That was crazy.
You and C locking them up, man.
Yeah.
Shoot, what was the team a couple years ago that made a deep ass run? Was it St. Peter's?
Yeah.
Where they knocked everybody off?
It was St. Peter's.
Yeah.
It was St. Peter's and what's another school? Bro, they crap. They up north too. They blue. I forgot their name. Oh,
Monmouth.
No, not them. It's another one.
Well, they had a run though too.
They had a run, but no, it's another one because I think Doug McDermott went to that school, if I'm not mistaken.
It's about Creighton.
Creighton had a crazy run at one point.
They big geeks.
I think it was Creighton.
Yeah, Doug went to Creighton.
I think it was.
He was cold too. Like he was.
Yeah, it was Creighton. It was
Creighton had some good teams also. Creighton had
they
some
was getting
solid
Creighton.
teams.
Nah,
shoot, they still have some solid teams these last couple of years too. I think because
his
dad was coaching, but I think he stepped down early in the year this year.
I think last year because I was in Vegas doing March Madness, bro, I put my bets in. I think one of the craziest upsets I saw was that Colorado upset when Cody had upset them. I forgot who they played, but I was like, bro, that's when my bracket was busted. But then I had somebody told me to take somebody in the MGM told me to take not San Diego, take NC State. Cause I don't know what it was. He said, bro, that dude DJ Burns. I thought dude was tripping. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put a sprinkle some on there, like a straight bet. Bro, DJ went off that game.
No, he was cooking last year for sure.
But I ain't know nothing about that. He just ran came out of nowhere and said, hey, if I was you, I would take NC State.
Man, yo, dumb ass, listen. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm glad it hit, but you didn't even know this, dude.
But I did, bro. But look, check this out, bro. He came because he had cashed out his bet. He cashed out his slip. So I was like, hey, if he's the cash out, I'm gonna tell it. What I got lose? I put a little $20 on it. I was like, you know what? Cause he just cashed for like 4 something. So I'm like, true, I'm gonna tell it.
Bro, whatever you gotta tell yourself.
Right. He walking with an MGM bag and stuff before the money. I said, hey, I'm gonna tell him.
Hey,
This is my last day in Vegas, bro. I'm trying
I
to hit
get
some
it,
too.
bro. I get it. That's funny, bro.
Dude, I was talking too much. Yeah,
What's the
Dead. We currently
Marcia, what
at the halfway point of the first half for this North Carolina game. Oh my! Was it North Carolina up 22-13 on the San Diego State asset? But what did you say, Chris?
No, I was finna go through our text because I was finna ask what was the itinerary, but I hadn't been reading our messages.
Oh, I was finna segue. I was gonna say I got one more stat to show betting trend for y'all. Teams that shoot better than 77% from the free throw line with the spread of -6 or less, 73-43 against the spread. There's
That's
5
fair.
teams that meet this criteria in this year's tournament: Xavier, Gonzaga, McNeese State, Colorado State, and Lipscomb. So if you want to bet on them 5 teams against the spread, I'd say you're gonna hit on 3 out of 5 of those picks at least if the trends holds too. Oh, is that Niece?
Yeah, she talking.
Hello.
Hello.
She trying to get her tablet.
Hello.
She trying
Cardi.
to get her tablet. That's why. Bye bye.
She was hitting that hoe, bro.
Hello.
The whole game, bro. Then she said, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm playing the game."
Did she say bye
Okay.
too? Bye bye.
Yeah, she said bye-bye.
Bye
She just said just now. She took her tablet. Said bye bye.
bye.
She want me to unlock her tablet so she can watch TV.
Yeah, it's about to be built to ass. North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina?
Yeah.
The sad part is they gonna use that though to be like, oh, this is why it's justified they made.
They gonna lose the first round.
Who they
I
got?
don't got them winning in none of my brackets in the first round. I'm just gonna put it out there.
I just say what I got to say for the bracket. But we can almost get into that. But
What else gonna say?
I was
gonna say with your stat though, that when I did my auto pick ones, like I had some, like you could do the auto pick, but you got to place your own stats. That true shooting stat, high importance. Because if you ain't making your free throws in college, you ain't winning no games, bro.
Yeah, you're not.
You gotta make your free throws.
And a lot of teams be struggling with that. And
Yep.
shoot, that's what's gonna win you the championship.
Yep. Free throws and turnovers.
But
Because they dumb kids.
obviously, like we was discussing earlier, every year it's a couple of them, or maybe just one of them, upset, Cinderella run, whatever you want to call it, that kind of just shocks the world. Teams you never necessarily heard of. But if y'all had to pick one upset that you banking on in this first round of this year's tournament, who y'all rolling with? I'll pass it to you, Chris. First, Chris. I think you ready for this one.
Yeah. Give me High Point over Purdue. I think that's an easy lock.
Easy lock.
Yeah, I think that's a nice little sprinkle right there. High Point over Purdue.
Ooh. What's making you pick that one? I know obviously I gave out the
I gotta go look at my
13,
metrics.
4 seed.
I gotta go look at my metrics. And you know what's crazy? I think it's not even just High Point over Purdue over there too. It's because who else is over there? Clemson and McNeese. Oh, that'd just be crazy. Second round, you get McNeese versus High Point. That'd just be so great.
Yeah.
So crazy. Let me go my March Madness tab.
Oh yeah, that's what at least 113 seed has won a first round game since 2018. So that's what you picking on. High Point over Purdue. I've heard that one, and the second one, most one I've heard, I think is probably Yale over Texas A&M because, like you were, Texas A&M cannot shoot.
Yes, that's the other
problem.
one. That's 100% the other one.
I give them their props. they the number one team in the nation in offensive rebounding, so they gonna go grab the miss off the board, but they cannot shoot to say they live.
I'm not
So-
gonna lie. I took A&M for upset.
Yeah, A&M was easy. I feel like A&M was like a lot of people on A&M. I think a lot of people are on High Point too. I just think the A&M one is a better. Which
They play good ass defense though, bro.
They
to A&M?
Yeah, like locked down. And I'll tell you, they go as far as Wade Taylor takes them. Like if Wade Taylor happens having a Wade Taylor game,
Lancaster legend, bro. Lancaster legend.
They'll win, bro. But if not, then
Bryce, these were my stats. This is how I determine 3-point percentage, fast break points, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, opponent's points per game, steals per game, their last 10 wins, offensive rebounds, points off turnovers, defensive and offensive efficiency, second chance points, true shooting, rebounds per game, and bench points per game. Or bench points percentage, like so their efficiency, not the points that they get. With all that, High Point on a scale out of 100 versus Purdue, a 61.8 to Purdue's 47 out of 100.
I'm not mad at it because Purdue, they've had a lot of tournament collapses over the years. They made it finally last year to the championship, but I wouldn't be surprised if they able to drop one. In High Point, they can shoot the piss out the ball too. Did y'all look at did y'all give any credence to the 4-13 matchup in the West bracket, Grand Canyon versus Maryland? Because Grand Canyon joined D1 a couple years ago, and they've been on the up and up.
Yeah, so I ignored it because I'm riding Maryland, bro. So
I'm not gonna. I got my eyes on that. I think that's one that got the potential to be that 13 seed.
It's definitely close though. I say it got 60 to 54. So I think it got Maryland by 6 points, or Maryland got them by 6 points. So that's gonna be close.
Maryland got two really good bigs.
Yep.
My place is gonna give them problem because Queen gonna be like
that's fair.
Queen gonna be nice in the league. Queen, like I don't know if y'all seen Queen, the big dude from Maryland. Mm-hmm. He gonna be nice in the league, and he only a freshman, and he like doing moves like a guard, and he like a big guy. Like they ain't gonna be
the only. So I never looked at it for real, but Grand Canyon, they average their bench points percentage, like they get 30% of their points from their bench, whereas Maryland gets 15%. So that means Grand Canyon going deep into their rotation. They could outrun them boys. You got two big centers. You know, big people get tired.
Yeah. Get them in foul trouble.
Get them in foul trouble.
Start getting spooky.
Because one of them probably will be in foul trouble. I believe it's Angel Reese's little brother that plays for them. I believe.
Oh yeah, he do.
Yeah, he probably gonna be in foul trouble.
You know what's crazy though? Because we talking about the 13s upsetting the 4. This why March Madness is so fun. At least one 4 seed has made the Final Four every year since 2010. So on one side, one of them gonna get upset, but another one gonna make the Final Four damn near almost guaranteed.
I don't think I got a 4 in my Final Four.
Okay, let me ask this too, because last year was the first time since 2019 that the Elite Eight was solely full of 1 and 2 seeds.
Yeah.
That let's see. There's only been 13 of those matchups since 2010 of the 1, 2, and Elite Eight. So
I don't know.
Going through the brackets, you feel like, especially this year, it's top heavy. These teams gonna be making it, but
I'm only gonna say this because it's not in the bracket that I shared with y'all. But like in one bracket, the only team that I got that's a non 1 or 2 seed in there is Gonzaga, because like I just feel like once they beat Houston, it's kind of if they beat Houston. Yeah, if they beat Houston in that bracket, if they beat Houston, I feel like it may be a little easy for them.
Not gonna lie, I'm calling it. I'm sorry, Cam. I gotta do it to you, bro.
Who?
I got Gonzaga beating them, bro.
Stop. We're gonna get to the brackets, man. We're gonna get to the brackets.
In the Final Four? What do you mean? They got to meet in the Final Four.
No, I think it's Elite Eight.
You talking about Duke?
No, I got. No, I'm talking about U of H.
Yeah.
No, I got. No,
That'll be the round of 32 when they see Houston. That ain't no Elite Eight. That's the second round. That's Friday.
I think.
That's
well, look,
Saturday.
I got it right there. I'm just saying. Duke on my face, bro. I ain't gonna do him like that.
Man, look, all I know is Cam Sanders. I need UT to come through, win y'all
Facts.
first 4 game.
Facts.
That
Tough,
way,
bro.
when y'all play at 8:45 Friday night, I can get 5 extra wings at Pluckers for free. That's all I'm asking for, bro.
No, that's gonna be
my
tough,
on
bro.
my backpack somewhere.
Xavier ain't no pushover.
Yeah, I know.
I'm getting a little headache because I haven't eaten yet. I'm gonna go grab my bowl from the kitchen.
Nah, bro. You
I'm
gotta
over
power
here.
through now.
No, I got to.
I'm over here already grabbing already.
But Kim, who you got? What's your upset pick? Who you eyeing this year for an upset?
It might sound crazy, but I think Liberty got a nice little path to the Elite Eight.
Bro, I wanted to pick them so bad.
Like looking at the metrics, bro.
Liberty's nice.
They nice. They can shoot the ball real good.
I really don't think Oregon is that good.
I don't think so either. I think they can upset them. And I got them playing Arizona next. I think they can beat Arizona.
Arizona definitely be had.
Arizona been slacking.
Actually, not Elite. I got them going to Sweet 16.
You seen
they got to play Duke.
You seen how Kansas did them?
Yeah.
Had that man Caleb lost.
No, facts.
Man, I'm not mad at that pick at all. But
I think for me, a team that could probably make a good run, not gonna go far, but can upset some teams would be like St. John's, in my opinion. I'm still sticking behind it.
Yeah, St. John's should make a nice little run.
Man, RJ Lewis is so cold, bro. Nobody say. He cold. Okay, so he cold when he want to be. I know he have his moments.
So you going 12-5 matchup, Kim? I like that.
Yeah.
My upset, I picked 12-5 too. I'm not gonna lie, it's just a different one. But I'm on the same mind. So, what's your upset in the first round, if any?
I'm going myself. Hold on. All right, I'll say. This will get interesting, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna do that one. That's too risky. I have to say, upset wise, it's gonna be that 10-7.
Which one though?
The Vanderbilt and St. Mary's. I'm gonna stick by that one. St. Mary's gonna beat Vanderbilt.
But ain't St. Mary's a 7th seed, I think.
I mean, I'm not that. Oh, I mean,
are you saying Vanderbilt gonna beat them?
Yeah. If I don't, but I have 2 of them. If it's not that, it's gonna be a wild one. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I got the 4-13 matchup. Yale over A&M.
Ooh, yeah, that's what I've been hearing a lot about that. I'm not mad at that one. Like, it's like Cam said, they great on defense. They just can't shoot the ball. So if they can't shoot,
but I feel like
Yale able to get hot a little bit.
So I think I'm gonna think about that one. I think I like that one more because that's the one I ain't gonna say in my bracket yet. I ain't gonna announce my bracket, but I think I'm gonna go with Yale over A&M in the first round because a lot of people don't know. Like I know who Wade is. I went to school with Wade, and I'm telling you, I got Yale over A&M. I think that's gonna be my one right there. Yeah, I'm gonna see about that one. I like that one. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Shoot, my upset. I'm a big believer in McNeese this year, man. They got tournament experience from last year. That team is cold, and I think Clemson a bit overrated.
Oh yeah.
They could potentially beat them, and then Purdue or High Point. Like if High Point can pull the upset, even better. But if McNeese even match up with Purdue, I think McNeese possibly might be able to handle Purdue. They can mess around and be in the Sweet 16
Yep, I had to run back over here to say that.
Yeah, McNeese State is my upset pick for the week, man. I'm big on them. They've been building a great program for some years over there now. And I just feel like this year they primed to make a little run. Shoot, and y'all seen
Damn, he black as hell. My bad.
Whoa.
My bad.
Yeah, I got picked by Yale mine.
It had to be said. I was
Okay.
like, damn. So
But y'all seen their team manager who been going viral? I think his name like Amir McNeese State's team manager.
Nah,
He be walking in with the radio like, you know
oh,
how the 49ers been doing?
yeah, I see.
He got so famous, he got 2 NIL deals off that, bro.
What?
He got 2 NIL deals off that.
That's crazy.
That is
I have been seeing that. I have been seeing that though. I didn't know that was McNeese.
Yeah, that's McNeese. But shoot, I mean, even Will Wade as a coach, man, he's a good coach. You know, he just got caught up cheating before it was legal to cheat. And I think he make a run this year. This probably his last year there, low key, at McNeese State. But I think they're gonna make the most of it. So that's where I'm going with.
Yeah,
That's Chris sharing the good eats.
Oh, okay. Who's that? San Diego did not come to play. That's just true. I think it is.
The light's too bright, bro.
Maybe second half will be different though. All right. Do y'all think it's time for NCAA to change from 2 halves and go to 4 quarters?
It's been
Nigga,
time.
it's been time.
Thank you. Okay.
Who disagrees? Why you saying thank you?
Because people, bro.
Nah, maybe some people disagreeing though. No cap.
They talking about like someone said something about like, you know, it's NCAA, like it's supposed to be different from like NBA, like, you know, it's
So
meant
what
to
makes
be
it different
2
for the
halves.
women's then? The women's have 4 quarters.
Man, no.
In the world,
They need to do that. And then even though every state has their own, you know, unionized sports thing, they need to add a shot clock in high school basketball. Like,
bro, yeah,
what are we prepping these?
What
kids
are we doing, UIL? What are we like for real, UIL? What are we doing?
Pisses me off every time.
What are we doing? Like you got some of these high school teams. I forgot which team it was though, but like they're like, it's a coach. He's dead ass famous for like just stalling the ball the whole time.
Oh, Clear Creek High School.
Yeah, he did it, but remember back in the day, I don't know if you went to the game, Cam, but back in the day, Falls played the Harrison twins when they was at Travis in the first round. The final score was like 25-13 or something, because they held the ball the whole first quarter, literally. Everybody just sat there the whole first quarter, and then they bricked the shot to end it.
Stupid.
It's so dumb. But no, college, they should have been moved to that rule. I low-key think, too, they lowered it a couple years ago from 35 to 36. Put a 24-second shot clock on it, man. What are we talking about here? Like, they do everything else. They getting well, it's 30 now, but like just take it down to 24. They get paid like pros now. This is not amateur no more at all.
There'll be a lot of high-scoring games if it's like
right. It'll make it that much more entertaining too. And another rule, and I was just telling Chris about this when we was on the game the other day. If you at the end of the game, let the timeout advance it to half court, bro.
That's
like what are we doing here? Like it's been way past time. Once the women moved to the quarters, I thought it would have just been a tandem thing, like men do. I don't know why they want to hold on to 2 halves.
It makes sense. Like 4 quarters just makes sense.
It makes so much more sense. Instead of this BS, under 15 timeout break that's in every game. Like, no, you get a quarter break, timeout, commercials galore. There you go.
Exactly.
That's how you make up for it, man. They should have been added that. So yeah, that ain't no hot take. I definitely want to see them move towards that eventually, some way, somehow. And I feel like everybody should be in favor of that too. Because are you not trying to prepare these kids to go to the NBA? Most of them. I know not obviously 95% of these kids not gonna make it there, but still, even when they play overseas, what is that? Quarters. Even high school,
bro.
We play quarters.
When I say only league in the world, I'm not exaggerating. They're the only believe in the
That
whole
don't make
world.
no sense.
I feel like they're too stubborn to like change it.
Oh yeah. A lot of the, like I said, once the NIL shit got enacted, a lot of these old coaches, that's why you see them getting out the game, because they too stubborn in their ways of what it used to be. It needs to be a big overhaul of just
It's just
everything.
crazy. Going to 4 quarters, it's not gonna feel or look or change anything. Like it's gonna feel like it's the exact same.
Yep.
It's no different.
No different. But man, y'all ready? Y'all ready to get into these brackets, man?
Get it.
Let's get it. Cam or Swan, I couldn't get yours though. It's all funky, but I tell you what, because I got all of ours together. Once we finish ours, I'm gonna just open up a bracket and I'm gonna just have you go through and just put in. I'm gonna
Build
make your
it.
picks on here for everybody to see.
Bet.
But without further ado, let's get into these brackets, man. Let's see what we got cooked up here. Y'all want a friendly pod wager on it? Who bracket come out the best? No.
Sure.
We can all throw in 2025 winner take all.
All right, we could do. I'll do that. That's fine.
Stop, bro. We're all employed. I know you got it on you, Chris. Oh, man.
What I was gonna say? Oh, okay. I just gotta put my new bracket group.
Oh, first up.
Your voice weird.
Your voice going out.
Hear me now?
Muffled.
Yeah.
It's good. Mic check.
Yeah.
There you go. It's better.
Yeah.
All right. So, starting off, South Region, number 1 overall seed, Auburn. Obviously made these picks before the first 4 game early night. Alabama State won that one, but there will be no 16 Cinderella upset here. Auburn is definitely going to take care of business. Round the second matchup, 8-9. This one scares me, but I gotta go Louisville here, man. The game is in Kentucky. Louisville is actually a really solid team. They did their thing in the ACC this year. Had Duke on the ropes. Granted, I know Duke didn't have Cooper Flag in the AC championship, but they did good. Only 2 losses there in the AC. I'm rolling with Louisville. Then the 5-12 matchup. This one scares the absolute hell out of me. Michigan, UC San Diego. I picked Michigan and the matchup before. I picked Michigan and Texas A&M because I feel like too many people are talking about Yale and UC San Diego pulling these upsets. And I feel like, Vegas going to pull the rug out and make that call, and Michigan, Texas A&M move on. Ole Miss, and what looks like as of right now, obviously there could be a comeback. It's never over. But North Carolina up 37-19 with 2 minutes in the first half. I got North Carolina upsetting Ole Miss. I'm not fucking with the whole SEC bias this year. At the top, them teams are great. I get it. Auburn, Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, them teams are great. As far as anybody else in the SEC did the confetti test, I can't see any of them making it all the way to the end of the bracket and hoisting the Final Four trophy. And I think Ole Miss is one of those teams. They just so happen to get thrown in the group because, they're in the SEC. They're actually a decent team. They just played tough competition. I'm not buying it. Iowa State, Lipscomb, this one scared me a bit too. Iowa State going to be missing a star player for what seems like the whole tournament. Lipscomb can come in there and pull an upset. Iowa State didn't look their best in the Big 12 tournament this past weekend, so I can see something happening there. Marquette, New Mexico, I'm rolling with Shaka Smart and them boys in Marquette. And then Michigan State going to handle business versus Bryant. That's how first round of the South region shaking out. Next up, Auburn, Louisville. Auburn handles business. Michigan over A&M. I got Iowa State over UNC because I'm not a believer in UNC. Even though they're looking good right here, I still don't think they're a good team. And I got Michigan State take beating Marquette. Michigan State over Iowa State. Auburn over Michigan sets up for Michigan State-Auburn Elite Eight matchup. And I got Michigan State knocking off Auburn. I think Auburn goes cold this game, can't find their shot, and them 30-year-olds get sent home. And their college career is over. Time to go work for All-State, Progressive. Pick one. Y'all gonna be selling insurance somewhere. I was this close to picking a Michigan Elite 8 matchup between them and Michigan State, but I think Auburn will be able to handle them there. But that's how I got the South region shaking out. And moving on to the East region, Duke, no Cooper flag, no problem. They'll handle business, get the dub. Mississippi State Baylor. This is a matchup where I got the 9 seed over the 8 seed. Now, Baylor obviously did not have a Baylor year by their standards, but this were, again, I'm not buying into the SEC, bias. I think a lot of these middle of the pack SEC teams are not that great eventually, and I'm relying on Baylor's tournament experience. Scott Drew, obviously national champion head coach, he'll have those boys ready to go. I think they'll be able to take over Mississippi State. This one, I was so close to doing it, Cam. I almost had Liberty over Oregon as well. I want to, even still sitting here right now.
That's not crazy.
I think Liberty beats them, honestly, but I picked Oregon. So I'm going to root for Oregon for bracket's sake, but I think Liberty wins this one. Not going to lie. And then Arizona, Akron, I picked Arizona too, but I would not be surprised if Akron goes off. Because one of them gonna win if we looking at the trend.
This is why you need 15 brackets, bro.
And then BYU, VCU. This one is the hardest one. Y'all see how far I got BYU going. If they don't win this one, I would have VCU going as far as I got BYU right now. I got BYU in the Elite 8.
Yeah,
BYU is nice.
I'm not saying he's not.
They nice. I didn't want to believe it, but BYU is not. They got a good thing cooking over there. And then next year they gonna get what's his name? I don't know how to pronounce his name for real, but the number 1 recruit in the country.
Oh, AJ.
AJ. BYU got something cooking over there. I don't know what type of NIL money they done tapped into.
Yeah, I was about to say, boy.
Utah Jazz is a big booster over there.
That Mormon money run different down there, I guess. But they're nice. But again, like I said, if VCU beats them, which is very viable, I got VCU making a deep run where BYU is. Wisconsin, Montana, I got Wisconsin in this one. St. Mary's, Vanderbilt. St. Mary's is actually a solid team. They just can't never beat Gonzaga when it matters in that WAC championship game. And then Alabama, Robert Morris got Alabama. Alabama, St. Mary's, give me Bama. Shoot the leather off the ball that game. BYU is kind of like I said, I'm all money in on BYU. BYU will upset Wisconsin as a 6th seed. Move on to the Sweet 16. Arizona, Oregon, Pac-12 rematch here. A year later after the conference is banned, I got Arizona. Duke, Baylor, Cooper Flag comes back this game. I think Duke handles their business. Then they go on to match up with Arizona. They're going to wax Arizona. BYU, Sweet 16 upset over Bama. Mark Sears' final college game, I think BYU gets it done. And then they keep it close versus Duke. They keep it close, but Duke pulls away at the end. But like Duke wins like a 5-6 point game right there. BYU, I'm telling you, I'm gonna clip this now because if they flame out, I'm a joke on myself. Be like, this is the double. Just BYU. I'm calling it is making it to the Elite 8 this year. You heard it here first. Bryce is bragging on INISPod podcast. Okay. But that's how the East region is shaking out. Next up, we go into the West Coast, man. Florida versus Norfolk State. Shout out to Norfolk State, HBCU MEAC Conference. They've actually had a few plays end up on the Sports Center top 10 this year. They got some guys over there. But what Kendra say, it's not enough. Florida is going. Florida is hot. Florida is hot, man. And I fall in on Florida. You know what I'm saying? UConn, Oklahoma. Now, this is a tough-ass draw. Because I get it. UConn obviously did not have the year they wanted to have, but this is a back-to-back national champion. They get the dub over OU. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, baby sis. Y'all school going home in the first round. Memphis, Colorado State. Now, this is where I'm like, I'm a square better. Because 2 of these 12 seeds probably win their matchups this year in the 12-5. This is 1-2. Memphis, another team going into the NCAA tournament with a star player hurt. But I'm putting trust in Haggerty. I'm putting trust in Penny to coach these boys and get it done. 4-13 matchup, like I said. Grand Canyon over Maryland. This Grand Canyon team has been on the come up for some years now. And get this. This is just some funny. This don't got nothing to do with the tournament for real. But you know Grand Canyon has like an actual stock on the market.
Oh damn.
Finna buy the dip. And when they win this, and when they win this first round game, it's gonna boost up a little bit. I'm selling for the games right there. Forget betting on them. That's how I'm making the money. I'm putting it in the stock market. The stock brand or symbol, I think it's LOPA, LOPA or something. I think that's what it is. But if not, I'll tweet it out too as well. But I'm buying right now. I'm buying low, selling high. Grand Canyon getting the dub this weekend. Missouri Drake, another one that's scary. Y'all heard the stats I gave out about them 11 seeds. Missouri, they don't got too much experience being here in this spot. They're a good team. I give them that. But Drake,
he made that.
Did North Carolina just hit a
RJ.
Yeah, RJ.
Sheesh.
Bro, I hate him, bro. I hate him, bro.
Bro, we not doing the swan dive. Why you hate, bro?
I hate him so bad, bro. Whenever I bet on him, he forget how to shoot. But when I don't bet on him, now he wants them to serve Curry.
I thought you was going to say Deja Kelly.
Yeah, I'm glad you left him.
Just-
I'm a hater, bro. I'm a hater, bro.
Now you got a shot.
Yeah.
Hey. Better
Deja
than
Kelly, if
nothing.
you Wally. Deja Kelly, if you watch it, I let my dog Swan.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm sorry, Deja, bro, but he chalked my parlay, so he had to go on the bus.
Texas Tech, UNC Wilmington, 314. JT Toppin, Hooper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Kansas, Arkansas. Call me a homer. I think we can get this one done before we get absolutely blasted by James St. John's in the second round. But the last 2 years, 7 seeds are, I think it's like 7-1 against the spread, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we can handle business here. Arkansas team, not really good. Again, another team benefiting from this whole SEC bias push. 14 teams should not have made it into the NCAA tournament for one conference. I don't know what we doing this year, NCAA committee, but that can't happen again. It just can't. St. John's handle business, and then they're going to whoop Kansas. Rick Pitino got them boys hooping. Texas Tech, Missouri. Texas Tech gets the dub. Memphis, Grand Canyon. I went Memphis here, but I would not be surprised if Grand Canyon make a Sweet 16 appearance as well. Florida, UConn. Sorry, UConn. As is the trend for sports this year, teams looking for the three-peat, just not getting it done. Las Vegas Aces, nope. Kansas City Chiefs, nope. UConn, you're going to face that same fate. It's hard to three-peat, man. It's hard, and Florida is hot. Florida handles business. Then they go on to smack Memphis. Florida, Texas Tech. I got Texas Tech upsetting St. John's. Now, St. John's is great, but St. John's can also kind of the same problem as A&M. They can't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I expect Texas Tech to kind of light them up a little bit, and then they just won't be able to hang towards the end of the game. Got Florida and Texas Tech in the Elite Eight, and I got Florida advancing on to the Final Four. And then that takes us to our final region, the Midwest region, with the 1 seed UH Cougars, man. Houston gonna handle business. Gonzaga, Georgia. Now, if I'm Houston, I'm pissed off. Because not only did you not get the top overall seed after basically waxing the whole Big 12 regular season and then waxing them in the tournament, you got Gonzaga as your second round matchup, potentially a team that's made the Sweet 16 7 years in a row. Who's creating these? Like, who's making that decision? Like, I would be so pissed for them to get it. But regardless, I don't think it's going to matter to them either or. But like I said, my upset for the week, that Clemson-McNeese 5-12 matchup. Give me McNeese straight up. Purdue, High Point. I'm going to take Purdue. Big Ten Player of the Year, Braden Smith. I think he'll have a great game, but would not be surprised if High Point wins. And then Illinois versus Texas Xavier. Whoever comes out of there, I got Illinois getting that dub. Kentucky over Troy. Utah State over UCLA in the 10-7 matchup. And then Tennessee handling business versus Wofford. Tennessee going to smack Utah State. Kentucky over Illinois. McNeese over Purdue. Like I said, another one. McNeese. And who else I say? BYU. This is my two teams that I got making deep runs in the tournament this year. Nice advances on to the Sweet 16 before getting annihilated by Houston. It was a great run, though. It was a great run. And then Houston versus Tennessee. I want it to be Houston's year so bad because they've been knocking at the door for so long. But I think Tennessee just has enough firepower to get it done versus Houston. And I got Tennessee advancing to the Final Four. And without further ado, here we go, man. The Final Four and the champion this year. Michigan State, Florida, Duke, Tennessee. I got Florida over Michigan State. I got Duke over Tennessee. And then in a barn burner, Florida takes home the national championship over Duke, 92-87. It's a great game, back and forth. Florida pulls away in the last 30 seconds. They hit a clutch three. Cooper Flag goes back down the court, tries to hit one of himself. Clanks off the rim. Florida with the rebound. They foul. They hit the free throws. Seal the game right there. Florida is your 2025 national champion. I'm sorry, Cam.
Imagination, bro. Like he's such a storyteller with his imagination, bro.
When it happened, bro, we can come back to this and be like,
scenarios built.
I can see into the future. But that is who I got, man. Next up, I believe, is Cam. You ready? And do you want to give your precursor? This is no bias.
Me? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This
man.
This you. Not
look,
smart.
man. No bias. Just, going off the metrics. It's no bias, man. Totally no bias.
The metrics.
That's a good point. That's a good point. This is no lie, man. It's no lie.
I got you. So let's see, man. First up, for Cam's bracket, we gonna start back in the South region, man. Y'all don't even want to know how long it took for Cam to get these.
Don't expose me. Don't expose me. All right, man. So you see it, man. First game, Auburn, Alabama State. That's gonna be built to ass. Straight built to ass. Then next game, 8 versus 9, Louisville versus Creighton. I was going back and forth with this one because I do think Creighton's a really good team with good guards, but I think Louisville, they're gonna pull it off. It's gonna be a very close game, I feel like. But I got Louisville in this one. And this is my first upset: Michigan versus UC San Diego. I don't think Michigan's that good. I just don't think they're that great. I think they're very beautiful. I mean, fuck. I think they're very, very beatable.
You said beautiful?
Yeah, I said beautiful, bro. I can't talk. Y'all know I can't talk, bro. We're gonna look past that though. I got San Diego in this one on the metrics. Showing San Diego, man. I'm trusting it. Now, this game, A&M and Yale. Now, look. Either Michigan or A&M. One of them is gonna win or lose. Yeah, it's like one of them. I couldn't make my mind up because it's kind of hard seeing like a 12 and 13 in the round of 30. The next round, like I don't even know.
But hey, they've been advancing every year, so
I guess, man. But I got Yale to upset. I know everybody on Yale. Like I said, I was going back and forth with this one. I've been saying it. And them go as far as Wade Taylor takes them. If Wade Taylor doesn't go off, they're not winning. If he does go off, if he has one of those Wade Taylor games, then hey, they could win because they play immaculate defense. They play really great defense. But I can also see
immaculate defense. He using big words today.
I can also see Wade Taylor shooting them out the game because Yale shoots very, very well.
They shoot the piss out of the ball.
Yeah. So I got Yale on that one. Now next one, 6 versus 11, it's about to be UNC versus Ole Miss. The way UNC is playing right now, I might have to change that pick. I don't know, but I'm gonna stick with my first thought. I'm gonna go Ole Miss. I got Ole Miss advancing. Iowa State, Lipscomb.
I'm not even sure how to pronounce it for real, but watch them win, and now we gonna know how to pronounce it.
I got Iowa State in this one. I know they didn't have the conference tourney that they wanted to have, but I still think they're a very good team. They also good defensively. Got good guards also. I like Iowa State in this one.
Yeah, they without Keyshawn Gilbert, their guard. That's
Hold on, Cam. Hold on. For anybody that's watching this later in life, I just wipe my nose with a napkin. I just want to point that out because the way I just got up after leaning over and then like wiped the rest off with my finger, like it just looked crazy, bro. It just looked crazy. So just want to give that information out for anybody that notices it.
Nah, bro. What about when I clip this and then repost it without your explanation?
No, please. What is Chris doing over there?
No, bro, my nose literally running because the food was good.
But okay. Next one, 7 versus 10. Marquette versus New Mexico. Now I was on the fence of this one because I'm not a Shaka Smart fan at all. I don't really like Shaka at all.
That's crazy. Now we not, because I remember back in the day you
Hey
loved
man,
it.
no,
We gonna beat Kansas. We gonna beat Kansas. We got Shaka.
we ain't gotta talk about it, man. He's a loser, bro. Yeah. But I got Marquette winning. But like I said, I'm on the fence on this one because I do think New Mexico's good. But I'll take Marquette. The Michigan State Brian. I don't know who Brian got, but I don't think they're gonna beat Michigan State. Watch us come back and Brian wins or some shit.
That'd be the one that
Michigan State 215 wouldn't be a new thing.
All right, man. So Auburn versus Louisville. I got Auburn in this one. I just think Auburn is just too good. Then UC San Diego versus Yale. I got San Diego winning. Like I said, metrics don't lie.
Yeah. A 30-3 team is a 30-3 team. I don't care who you play. That's a good basketball team.
Exactly. They play good defense and they can shoot also. So I got San Diego advancing. Ole Miss and Iowa State. I feel like this one's gonna be a closer game than what people probably thinking or whatever. I got Iowa State in this one. Then Marquette versus Michigan State. I think Marquette loses this one if they don't lose for round one. I got Michigan State advancing. Then what was it? We in the Elite Eight? No, Sweet 16. Sweet 16. Auburn, San Diego. I think the Cinderella story ends here. I think it will be built to ass. I think Auburn wins. And then Iowa State versus Michigan State. This probably gonna be like one of the better games in the Sweet 16. I got Iowa State pulling off, man.
On a run.
Yeah, going on a little run. And then y'all see, like I said, man, Auburn is just too good, too good. I feel like I got them beating Iowa State.
I fuck with it. So that's Cam's South region. Moving on to his East region, where he has no bias whatsoever.
Yeah, no bias. Whoever that Duke team is, they look pretty good. They look kind of good or whatever from the metrics, whatever. Where they play 16 belts ass. I got Duke winning that. Mississippi State and Baylor. Now, like you said, SEC. I don't think Mississippi State's that good. Me personally, I know Chris looking like I don't think
No. I agree. I'm looking at the rest of your bracket. I saw something else. That's crazy.
Oh, you didn't hear his upset pick. It might. That's what you're looking at.
That's insane.
Yeah, bro. Okay, hold on. So yeah, I got Baylor in this one. Look, Baylor got this kid named VJ. He's for sure going like top 5.
Oh, he's locked.
Bro, he's insane. Like
there's no doubt about it.
He's a high fly. Once he like learns that nobody on this court can guard me, it's over. I don't think he has really put that in his mind yet that nobody can guard me. So yeah, now going on to 5 versus 12. This is my Cinderella. Liberty, bro. Now look, I don't think Oregon is that great. I think Liberty's probably going to wax them. If you wax.
You gotta say wax.
Clip.
You can just say win.
It's gonna be built to ass. It's gonna be
wow.
Yes, it's gonna be built to ass.
So what you're telling me is to go bet the house on Liberty plus odds.
Do it now.
I'll win the game by like 10 points. I don't know. The odds spread on that probably crazy.
But yeah, I got
All right,
Liberty win this
I
one.
can come live with you if it don't hit, bro.
Huh? Look, man, I got Liberty win this one, bro. They holding team to 62.9 points. That's like low, and they scoring 76. Like it's crazy, and their true shooting is I believe it was like is that like 60 or something like that. Like, bro, I'll tell you this team. I'm trusting this team. Liberty over Oregon. Then go on to 4 versus 13, Arizona versus Akron. I feel like this game gonna be a little close. I think Arizona pulls it off. BYU versus VCU, 6 versus 11. I'm just like Bryce with this one. BYU is fucking good. Like BYU is really fucking good. My bad, bro. I'm excited. You can tell. I got BYU with beating VCU. Now this one, this is upset. Upset, like I had, I gotta throw like one little, couple little upsets.
I like it. It's gotta be one. It gotta be one.
Now look, I know, I forgot who. I think maybe it was Chris, maybe it was Brian. One of y'all sent like, these teams be like an Elite Eight, and Wisconsin was one of them. Now, I'm just going against the grain because I don't even think the what's it called, the metrics do say Montana, so. I'm trusting the metrics. I think Montana puts upset. Very close game, probably like a game winner. I'm gonna say that. A game winner right there. Montana over Wisconsin. Give me Montana. The St. Mary's versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is a very sneaky team because I told y'all before, if you got good guards, that can take you like very far in the tournament. Vanderbilt got 2 really good guards. They got one guard that can just flat out score. Like he don't even have to like he can have like an off game, or like he can have like like a game where he just pass it. He gonna get you like at least 20, bro. Like he's like 1-to-1s. Like he's very good. And then Alabama versus Robert Morris. I got Bama in that one. And now going on to the second round. Obviously, no bias. I got Duke in this one. Probably a blowout. Yeah, probably blowout versus
25, 29.
Yeah,
40.
probably 30, 40.
Yeah.
And then
Coop gonna be back.
Yeah, shoot. He about 6'7".
Next game, 12 versus 4. I'm telling you, I'm trusting these guys. When I go to Louisiana tomorrow, I'm placing a very large bet.
Where are you going again? What's it called?
I'm going on to, Seven. KL.
Oh my God.
Man, I'm gonna see y'all soon, man. I'm finna go record mine right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
man.
man.
He said, okay, you better.
Dig, son.
It's like I said, man.
What casino you going to though?
Bruh, LeBird, that's one of them. And then go to but look, I'm going to Golden Nugget, goddamn shit. I'm going to the Golden Nugget shit. Look, man, Liberty, man, I'm telling you, Liberty, trust it. They gonna make it to the Elite Eight. Trust it, lock it in right now. Elite Eight, Liberty.
Elite Eight.
Elite Eight.
Sheesh.
Elite Eight.
Okay.
Trust it.
You like it? I love it.
Sweet 16. I keep getting this shit mixed up. Sweet 16, I mean.
All
all
right.
right.
I was gonna say you.
Yeah,
bold, bro.
yeah, no.
Yeah, I was like, because that mean they would beat your dude.
Yeah, big dude. Yeah, no. It's not happening. It's not happening. Then 6 versus 14. This is gonna be an ugly game. That's like a nationally like BYU versus Montana. Yuck. BYU built ass. Yeah, I think the little run or whatever. Cinderella first round they got versus Wisconsin. I think it ends second round. BYU wins. Vanderbilt versus Alabama. This is gonna be a very close game. Like I said, Vanderbilt has 2 good guards. I feel like it's a toss-up game. I'm gonna lean towards Bama, man. I'm gonna lean towards Bama. So now Sweet 16, I got obviously Duke over Liberty. I really don't know about this Duke team. They they're pretty good, whatever. And then next, BYU versus Bama. I got BYU over Bama. And then now Duke versus BYU. I got Duke.
Well, hey, I like it. We got the same Elite Eight on this side.
Yes, sir.
We rolling with BYU.
Yes,
Moving
sir.
on to the West. What's going on in the West bracket?
West bracket, man. So I got Florida versus Florida over Norfolk. Damn, bruh. Norfolk State. Shit. God damn, bruh. Shit, you got some names in this motherfucker.
Angela Yee. Charlamagne against
Charlamagne.
Charlamagne. DJ Envy. Angela Yee. Charlamagne, the God.
All right, man. Moving on. 8 versus 9. UConn versus Oklahoma. I don't think Oklahoma's that great. Me personally, I'm a hater, so yeah. I got UConn in this one. Hey man, say what you want about UConn, but they find ways to get the shit done. Elite head coach, great guards, 2 great forwards, whatever. I got UConn in that one. Now another upset I got Memphis versus Colorado State.
I see this one.
Now the metrics do say
Colorado State is good though. I'm not mad at it. I'm honestly I'm rooting for Penny with my pick. Like I think they lose, but I just want Memphis to win.
I would like to see Memphis win. Like I obviously see Penny win or whatever. But if he don't win, is he going? You think so? You think he's going, or you think? Because I mean, he hasn't really done like he's had
he's got a hell of talent, but
how many years he been there though?
He's been there for like
there. What's the dude name? What's the dude name that been on and off the Cavs roster and in the G League?
Imani Bates. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. He been kind of having to deal with this off the court issues.
Yeah, but he did get hold that year because Imani didn't even play basically the whole year with the whole NCAA. Yeah. And then NIL became legal.
Yeah, James Wiseman also, huh?
Yeah, James Wiseman, and who also didn't get to play. He's got the short end of the stick a few times. And then Kendrick Davis was there one year, a couple years ago, and they lost in the first round and the last second. It's been a tough go for Penny.
Who there now?
You got this dude, PJ Haggerty.
Yo, they do got PJ Haggerty.
PJ Haggerty cold.
I forgot.
But they also got another guard, Tyrese Hunter, who's out.
Tyrese Hunter.
That's where it gets tough.
Okay, I'm like, damn, should I go back to Memphis?
I forgot about PJ. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, PJ Haggerty
a bucket, like a certified bucket.
He'll give you a game.
Fuck, I'm gonna keep Colorado State, but I forgot about PJ.
Just make another bracket, bro.
I definitely
do it again.
Chris such a square.
Bro, I got like 20 brackets, bro.
Chris ruined for every single outcome. Oh, yes, he had a 3. I got it in this 3 bracket. Oh, but that's okay because they came back. I got it in this 5 bracket.
All right.
I'm like Seamus. He made one of the parlays.
Nah, Seamus should do some crazy.
I believe with some.
Bro, he made 10 parlays betting one way and the other 10 betting the other way, and multiple things will miss in both sides, and they all lose.
And it'll be like Korean baseball. He betting on. I'm like, bro, you're not even watching these games.
4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, he just waking up and just like, oh shit, my shit ain't here.
Australian tennis. Like, come on, bro. What are you doing?
He had the craziest highs and lows. Sometimes he did hit. And he'd be up $700, and then we check in at the end of the day. He's gone. It would be gone. Like, Seamus, how you end up 400 in the hole after being up 700? Well, you see what had happened was Chicago was losing, so then I live bet them with the hibachi benihana teriyaki.
Dog, Shayna's the worst better ever.
I bet a parlay, baby.
No, bro, live betting before the bet hit, bro. That's horrible. Bro.
But it's just he wasn't even hedging properly. A hedge is you hedge the other outcome of the game you bet. He would hedge and then throw in another game that ain't got shit to do with it. The hedge hit and then the other game don't. So now you just lost both.
Crazy, man.
Oh, I know he was Speed's favorite customer, dog.
Oh, for sure, hands down.
Speed was licking his chops. Speed really owe us a cut for sending him Seamus.
Man,
Speed was living good off Seamus.
Speed owe me a lot of shit. Going on to Maryland versus Grand Canyon. I ain't gonna lie, Bryce, you telling me, Sam, the shit about Grand Canyon kind of make me want to switch sides. But I'm gonna stay true to myself.
It's 113, bro. It could be this one. It could be Yale. I don't know, but I like Grand Canyon. I've been kind of a fan of them the last couple years.
I'm gonna stick in Maryland. I'm gonna stick in Maryland. I got
no, bro. Switch your pick. No. Start getting angry.
Now Missouri versus Drake.
Say Drake.
Drake is a solid team. I got Drake in this one. Now Tech versus UNC. Wilmington. I got Tech in this one. Probably belt to ass, honestly. Kansas versus Arkansas. Again, I'm a hater. I'm a hater. I'm hate watching that game. I don't even like Arkansas.
Watch DJ Wagner go off for no reason. He been ass all season. He
don't even be going off like that too. It's crazy.
They getting their other guard back too. Ain't played in a while. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name, but he coming back too. He probably go off out of nowhere. I'm just banking on some stupid shit to happen. That's how I always go with Kansas.
St. John's versus Omaha. I got St. John's in that one. Now going on to the next round. I got the upset, man. I got Bryce's winner losing to UConn. I said, man, elite head coach. He's been here before. He knows what to do when it's time for crunch time, whatever. When it's time, to win games, he knows what to do. I still believe in that defense that he's doing. I still believe in that offense. I think it can work. Like I said, they got two good guards, two good forwards. I got UConn, man. I got UConn with the upset over Florida.
Ooh.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a close game, but I got UConn, man. I got UConn. Then Maryland versus Colorado State. I got Maryland in this one because like I said, they got two bigs. I feel like that's gonna be dominant. I feel like I got Maryland in that one. Drake versus Tech. I got Tech in that one. And the Arkansas versus St. John's. I like St. John's a lot this year. I can honestly see them I didn't pick them to go to Final Four, but I can see them going to Final Four.
Tino.
Yeah, he turned it around because I remember St. John's used to be good back in the day though.
Oh yeah, they used to be cold.
Yeah, but he definitely turned them around though. I got St. John's in this one. Now, the next round was UConn versus Maryland. Got UConn in this one. I think it's gonna be built to ass. Tech versus St. John's. I think that's gonna be built to ass. Also, St. John's plays
Big East rematch. Ooh.
Yeah. Then UConn versus St. John's. UConn need to get back. It's honestly like a perfect little timeline or a perfect little story right there. Like perfect little picture. UConn getting that little, they little rematch or whatever. They gotta get that get back. They're gonna get that get back and they gonna win. I got UConn advancing.
Okay. So UConn make it to the Final Four for the third year in a row.
Yes, sir.
Has any team ever done that? I don't know. Look that up. And then the Midwest, fourth and final region.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna speed run through this. I feel like I'm taking a long ass time right now.
No, you good, bro. Give us your whole spiel. We want to know exactly what you think.
All right, UH versus the 16 seed. I got UH built to ass. Gonzaga versus Georgia in this one. I feel like I was going back and forth with this one also because I do think Georgia is good. But like I said, Gonzaga been to 7 straight Sweet 16s.
Yup.
You can't just look over that.
You built for this tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
Early rounds.
They kind of just like UConn, like they just know how to win during tournament time. So I got Gonzaga in that one. Clemson versus McNeese. I ain't gonna lie, you kind of make me want to flip to McNeese because I ain't know all that about McNeese. So I don't think Clemson all that great either. I really don't. But I'm like I said, I'm gonna stay true to myself. I got Clemson in this one. Purdue versus High Point.
Upset alert.
Upset alert, man. High Point, they can also shoot the hell out the ball. Also, they play solid defense. I believe they play solid defense. one of those teams didn't play. Yeah, they do play. They play solid defense also. Metrics don't lie with them. I like High Point in that one. Illinois versus Texas. You know, no bias. No bias. You know that Texas hasn't even played Xavier yet, but
I'm like, you assuming they finna get in?
yeah.
And he got him already winning the first round match.
Yeah, no bias, man. I got UT beating Illinois. So I think Trey Johnson and Tremont gonna be too much for them boys. I got UT in that one. Kentucky versus Troy. I think it's built to ass. Kentucky wins that one. UCLA versus Utah State. This game I feel like was a toss up for me also, but I don't know. I don't really trust UCLA like that. I don't know if y'all do or whatever, but metrics don't lie. I feel like I got to Utah State, and then Tennessee versus Wofford. I got Tennessee in this one. Tennessee is really good. Like, it's a really good team. Now next round, UH versus Gonzaga. This game's a toss-up, bro. I was going back and forth this game also. This game is a true, like, 50-50 toss-up.
You look at that SWAT.
Oh, let's see what you gonna say.
It's a 50-50 toss-up, man. I'm taking Houston. I'm taking Houston, Swan. I'm taking Houston, man.
Houston, man.
This is another team, just like Duke. Like, we say this every year, and they, like...
they be handling business.
I mean, they be selling, bro. Okay. All right. Clemson versus High Point. I feel like it's another toss-up game. Like I said, I don't think Clemson is that good, but once when you're going up against like these lower
mid majors and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes better like the more talented team wins. But I like Clemson in this one. I got Clemson. And then Texas versus Kentucky. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was this close. I was this close.
For what?
I was this close.
They haven't even made the tourney yet.
It's close. I'm picking UT, bro. But I'm not. I'm not biased. So obviously, I'm gonna pick Kentucky because I'm not biased at all whatsoever. So Kentucky over Texas. Utah.
But you may change your mind tomorrow if they make it and they look good.
Yeah, for sure. And like if we built to ask Xavier, oh yeah, it's Elite Eight time for sure. Yeah. Give me that. I need to see UT versus UH Elite Eight. That would be fire. Tremont versus UH.
Oh, that would be a cold matchup.
Cold matchup. Tennessee. And then Utah State versus Tennessee. I like Tennessee in this one. Going on to Sweet 16. UH versus Clemson. I think UH gets them. Probably built to have that game. And Tennessee versus Kentucky. I think Tennessee gets them. This might be a built to ass game also. And then in Elite Eight, UH versus Tennessee. This is gonna be a dog fight, bro. Like straight up dog fight. Another 50-50 game. Literally can go either fucking way. But UH, like I said, good guards take you a long way in the tournament, man. Good guards and I feel like a solid bench. I got UH win this one and advancing to the Final Four.
Bet. Then your Final Four, as I'm sure the audience could guess, who's winning? Yeah, you got UConn and Benson. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
This man did this for the storyline. He want Duke to upset UConn in their quest for the 3-peat. I'm so weak. And it's Hurley too.
What can I?
100 and what to what?
No, it's 68 to 60.
Oh, okay.
What can I say? Auburn versus UConn. It's gonna be a dogfight, obviously. Another 50-50 game. But like I've been saying the whole time, he's been here before. He's an elite head coach. He knows what to do in these situations. Give me UConn, man. Give me UConn with another upset versus Auburn. Auburn's a very great team. Don't get me wrong. They also have good guards. Also with that old ass man, playing forward or whatever. Give me UConn in this one, man. I like UConn. And then the 2-1 seeds, Duke versus UH. It'll be close in the first half. Then second half, Cooper Flag just takes over, and then white power. Duke over UH. Give me Duke, man. Give me Duke. It's just one of them years, man. It's just one of them years.
Oh my goodness.
Just one of them years, and then Duke versus UConn. UConn trying to three-peat. Duke
But
says,
what happened? I
psych.
thought Hurley just been there before. He knows.
Duke says, psych.
No, bro. Coop, bro. Coop.
Psych. Cooper motherfucking Flag. Like I said,
32, 10, and 12, huh?
yeah, exactly. with Con going for 8 for 8 from 3-point land. Then you got my boy off the bench. What's his name? What's bro name off the bench? I'm blanking on his name. Isaiah Evans coming off the bench, give you 35.
All right.
Well, you got the
score is 68.
We're moving on to Christmas bracket.
Hey, Bryce,
This is
let me
my boy
go.
talking.
Real quick. I gotta put your niece to bed. Let me go next.
Okay. I
God
got
damn,
you.
I'm gonna go to bed. Put me to bed.
I gotta put your
Oh,
niece to bed.
Hey,
Yep.
yo!
Hey,
Hey, yo!
Wait.
Put me to bed is
Nah,
crazy.
what Kevin Gates said?
Crazy.
What Kevin Gates said? Yeah. The fact that you feel like you had to say pause, that was on your mom. See, I'm a man. I don't ever think that way, so my mind don't go that way. Man.
All right. Don't mind them, Cardi. She a rent. You go out there.
I'm dead.
Hello.
No, don't get her started. Please don't get her started.
Hello. You ain't going to bed, girl.
Look,
Hello.
She walked back in here now. With her tablet again.
I'm dead. All right, Kim. I'm finna pull up the bracket for you.
All right.
Ooh.
There we go. And yeah, Cam called it earlier. North Carolina is just straight belt to ass. It's 59-32. It's not even close. But here we go, Cam. Let's go through your bracket, man. First up, who you got in the South region? Auburn, I know it.
Auburn, yeah, easily.
Louisville, Creighton.
Louisville.
Michigan, UC, San Diego.
Ooh, this is really good stuff. I don't like Sanders said.
Come on, bro. Carly got to go to bed, bro.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
All right,
crazy.
I'm playing.
Nah.
All right, Russian Hill.
All right, I'm gonna go Michigan, bro.
Oh my God. This
Texas
is-
A&M Yale 4-13. This is a dicey matchup.
I'm gonna go Yale.
Upset 13 over the 4. Ole Miss versus what would be, it's gonna be North Carolina. There ain't even no need to share.
North Carolina put BTA on them.
Iowa State, Lipscomb.
Iowa State.
Marquette, New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Michigan State, Bryant.
Michigan State.
Florida, Norfolk State.
Florida.
UConn, Oklahoma.
UConn. I don't like Oklahoma. I don't think they good.
Memphis, Colorado State.
Oof. I gotta go to Memphis. By buzzer beater.
Wow, buzzer beat. Ooh, that'd be tough.
By buzzer beater.
Maryland,
It's gonna be
Grand Canyon.
Maryland. They tough this year.
Missouri, Drake.
You said who?
Missouri, Drake.
Drake.
Texas Tech, UNC, Wilmington.
Oh, Texas Tech.
Kansas.
Uh-oh.
Kansas, Arkansas. Don't piss me off, bro.
Nah, this is crazy.
Nah, I'm gonna go Kansas, bro. I don't like Arkansas.
St. John's, Omaha.
St. John's, BTA.
Going over to the east side, Duke versus American or Mount St. Mary.
Duke.
Mississippi State, Baylor.
Baylor.
Oregon, Liberty.
Liberty. I think Oregon suck, bro.
Arizona, Akron.
Arizona.
Didn't Akron have a tournament run a couple years ago too? I think they
Yeah.
some people. Yeah.
Akron, Ohio.
This is for you.
Stop.
BYU, VCU.
BYU.
Wisconsin, Montana.
Wisconsin.
St. Mary's, Vanderbilt.
Give me St. Mary's, bro.
Alabama, Robert Morris.
Alabama.
Midwest bracket. Houston's Southern Illinois, Edwardsville.
Houston.
What? No, it's good.
Gonzaga or Georgia.
Gonzaga.
Clemson, McNeese.
McNeese, bro. Clemson's so overrated, bro.
Purdue, High Point.
Give me Purdue. Braden Smith balling up.
Illinois versus UT or Xavier.
Give me Illinois.
Kentucky versus Troy.
Kentucky.
UCLA, Utah State.
Give me UCLA. It's literally by edge.
Tennessee or Wofford.
Tennessee.
All right, back to the top. Round of 32, South Region. Auburn, Louisville.
So again, Auburn.
Michigan, Yale.
Yale beat Michigan.
Ooh. North Carolina, Iowa State.
Iowa State beating them.
New Mexico, Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Florida, UConn.
Florida.
Memphis, Maryland.
I'm sorry, Penny. Gotta go to Maryland.
Sheesh. Drake or Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Kansas, St. John's.
St. John's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm with you on that one. East Side, Duke, Baylor.
Duke.
Liberty, Arizona.
Give me Liberty. I'm not gonna lie.
BYU, Wisconsin.
Give me Wisconsin.
St. Mary's, Alabama.
Alabama.
Houston, Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
McNeese versus Purdue.
Dang, this one gets really good. Give me Purdue.
Illinois, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
UCLA, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
All right. Sweet 16 time. Auburn versus Yale.
Auburn.
Iowa State, Michigan State.
Dang. Give me Michigan State.
Florida, Maryland.
Florida.
Texas Tech, St. John's.
St. John's.
Duke, Liberty.
Duke.
Wisconsin or Alabama.
Dang.
You finna have a 1-1-2 Final
Yeah.
Four. You finna have.
I'm not gonna lie. Give me Bama.
Bama?
Yeah, give me Bama. I like Mark Sears.
Bet. And then, where am I? Gonzaga, Purdue.
Gonzaga.
Kentucky, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Bet. Elite Eight time. Auburn, Michigan State for the trip to the Final Four.
Give me Auburn.
Florida, St. John's.
Florida.
Duke, Alabama.
Duke.
Tennessee, Gonzaga.
Tennessee.
All right, so your Final Four. 3-1 seeds, 1-2 seed. Auburn versus Florida, Duke versus Tennessee. Auburn versus Florida, first up. Who you got?
Florida.
Duke, Tennessee.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Call me crazy. I know. Can't you go crucify me? I'm sorry. I gotta go with Tennessee.
No, hell no.
I'm a Duke. I love Duke, bro. I gotta go with Tennessee, bro.
Florida, Tennessee in the SEC championship rematch for the national title. Did Tennessee get revenge or Florida take it?
I think Florida got this.
What's the final score?
It's gonna be
4-2.
It's gonna be a close. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna give it to like 61, like 57 type stuff like that. It's gonna be real close.
Damn, you got a low scoring game.
Yeah, it's gonna be all defense.
Sheesh. 61-57.
And I'm saying, yeah, it's gonna be like that. They're gonna Chad's not gonna get the shots off like he usually do, and then Walter gonna be tripping too. Like I got Florida though taking it out the way. Their defense is too superior, bro.
Put me to bed.
Apartment wouldn't say Tennessee, but just Florida defense is crazy.
You gonna save it for him, Bryce?
Hey, I respect it. Yeah, I saved it. Bet. Go put Niece to bed, man. Oh, is that her? Hello.
That's her right here. I know you hear her.
I did.
Come on,
Bye.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
He said,
All right, man.
bye.
Now to finish it off, Chris. Let's see who you rocking with in this bracket, dog. You ready?
Yeah, I'm just gonna give my caveat again.
Okay. Chris's bracket, y'all.
So,
Keep it up.
based off statistics, 3-point percentage, fast break points per game, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, opponent points per game, steals per game, how you perform in the last 10 games before the tournament started, offensive rebounds, points off turnovers, defensive and offensive efficiency.
Goddamn, Joe Lunardi.
Second chance points, second chance points, and true shooting percentage, and rebounds per game, and bench point percentage. So how much your bench contributes to your point total, which shows how deep your bench is. So that pretty much went into all of it. And I mostly watched the SEC this year, so I probably have a little bit of bias there. But okay, first game, give me Auburn over Alabama State. Unfortunately, I would love to see Alabama State go further, but they probably won't. Louisville over Creighton. I think they're just the overall better team. The metrics don't lie to me. UC San Diego over Michigan. They're the better shooting team. Yale over A&M. They're the craziest. They shoot with. My issue with A&M, like, yeah, they have great defense, but it's kind of like those Warriors teams versus, back in the day. Like, they're just going to outshoot you. Like, 3 is worth more than 2. Yale gets more rebounds. They're more faster paced. They turn the ball over less. Like, these are like elementary stats for college kids. This determines the game. And obviously the true shooting is better. Give me Ole Miss over UNC. I don't know why y'all hate Ole Miss. The SEC was tough. I don't think they were one of the like middle of the pack teams. Give me Iowa State over Lipscomb, though. I will not be surprised if Iowa State loses this game, bro, because they lost a few questionable games this season. And so, yeah, even with their trail that I got here, like I will not be surprised if they don't do this and Michigan State ends up playing Auburn in that Elite 8 matchup up there. Give me New Mexico over Marquette. I'm not really sold on Marquette. I know they was talked about a lot early in the year, but I feel like they kind of fanned out. I know New Mexico shoots the ball a little better. Michigan State over Bryant, easy. Auburn versus Louisville. I don't know if this is going to be like a blowout or not.
It's going to be Auburn, in Kentucky. It's going to be Auburn is basically
right.
a road game.
And Auburn, to your point, Bryce, you said it in our group chat, they just inconsistent. But I think if they get past this game, they'll be all right. Give me UC San Diego over Yale. No particular reason. I think this is probably going to be the closest game we get in this round. Iowa State over Ole Miss and Michigan State over New Mexico, just because they're the better team. Following that, give me Auburn over UC San Diego. I think this is where when you're the better team, you're just the better team, I think, at that point. And then Iowa State over Michigan State, though this game could go the complete opposite because Iowa State is weird. I don't know. I don't even know how they're a number 3 seed, in all honesty. But yeah, I got Iowa State and Auburn. And what is that? Is that the Elite Eight? I got Auburn.
Bet. Moving on over to the East region. Let's see what we got going on over here.
First round, give me Duke, give me Baylor. So Mississippi State is definitely one of them SEC teams that don't belong here. I don't know how they got here. Give me Baylor easy. Give me Liberty over Oregon, Arizona over Akron. Though I don't like that because I think Arizona is just a lucky team. Give me VCU over BYU. So funny enough, I kind of got VCU having the route y'all got for BYU.
And I said if
You know
they
what I mean?
BYU,
Yeah.
I think VCU gonna make a D run too. They both really good.
Yeah. And honestly, the metrics says VCU should beat Alabama. But I chose Alabama because I've been watching Alabama and I felt like they should be the one to win this game. But according to my stats that I chose, VCU wins this game. But nonetheless, Wisconsin over Montana. I think Wisconsin's a really good team. St. Mary's over Vanderbilt, though I think I got a few brackets. Most of my brackets I got Vanderbilt over St. Mary's. And then Alabama over Robert Morris, Duke over Baylor. I think if they get Coop back, it's just the better team at this point. Arizona over Liberty, though Arizona loses this game if it's Oregon. VCU over Wisconsin, Alabama over St. Mary's, Duke over Arizona ends that. Alabama over VCU, though, like I said earlier, VCU is supposed to win this game if they do make it this far. Elite Eight, Duke, Alabama. Give me Duke. I want Alabama to do it, but I don't think Mark Sears is enough. I think that Duke team is just OD.
That's fair. Bet. So that's the East region. Dang, if I can get my mouse back. There we go. Moving on to the West. West. Who you got on the West side?
Okay. Florida over Norfolk State. Unfortunately, obviously, we'll see Florida lose this game as an HBCU grad, but it ain't going to happen. Give me UConn over Oklahoma. Not sold on OU. They were supposed to be really good when the season started. I feel like they kind of fanned out a little bit in regard to like media talking about it. To Cam's point, UConn, they still got Hurley, bro. They still a team with a coach that got experience in the playoffs in the tournament. So give me them first round over OU. Give me Memphis over Colorado State, Maryland over Grand Canyon. I don't understand the Missouri disrespect. I don't understand it.
I hate them. That's why.
But look. So here's the thing, though. I think Missouri wins this game. And what I've noticed with Missouri, they go on hot streaks, and they do all season. They've had upsets. I don't know if y'all watched when the season started, but they was just upsetting over and over and over again. They climbed themselves from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. They fought for this spot in the tournament. I think they're gonna beat Drake. The rest of the rounds, it's just a different story. Texas Tech over UNC women, whatever. Watch, they're gonna be the ones to upset women, whatever. It's like, all right, bet. Kansas over Arkansas. I think Arkansas is one of those teams as well in the SEC that probably shouldn't be here.
Calipari got them, man.
Yeah, literally. Ain't he the one that was just like, we don't care about conference championships because
yeah, I mean both them teams. Kansas, I'm keep buck. That team don't deserve to be in the tournament, but because of the name on their chest, Kansas, they got it.
Yeah. When y'all was ranked, I think y'all was like ranked 22 or something.
We were the preseason number one team, and I'm like, every year that happens, they ask for real.
Yeah, that's bad. Round 32, give me Florida over UConn. I think that's. I mean, Dan, you got your first round win. I think Florida's just the absolute better team here. Maryland over Memphis. The metrics say Maryland. Sorry, Penny. Give me Mizzou over Tech. I ain't really watched Tech. I ain't gonna cap, but the metrics say Mizzou. And I know Mizzou, they good for an upset. Like, that's how they win. And when they win, they hot. That's their problem. I think they going into the tourney like on a losing streak, though, if I'm not mistaken. So they gotta win. If they don't win, Tech probably has their position for the rest of that whole little map or whatever. Give me St. John's over Kansas, easy. That's probably BTA. Florida over Maryland. Missouri over St. John's.
Sheesh.
Come on. At this point, if Mizzou made it this far, at this point, they hot. They hot. And the SEC, compared to the Big East, that competition not matching up. Mizzou has to. At this point, Mizzou has to. If they don't, to me, this is an upset for Mizzou because it's like the competition you had all season was better. But that's just me.
That's fair.
And then the road ends for Mizzou in Elite Eight versus the powerhouse that Florida is. They hot. So give me Florida.
Yeah. Midwest, final region.
You already see it. Give me Houston, first round. Give me Gonzaga over Georgia. And honestly, we're just going to keep moving from there. Let's just go from there. Give me Gonzaga over Houston around at 32.
Playing High Point in the Sweet 16.
And we're going to get against High Point. So we got McNeese beating Clemson, High Point beating Purdue, High Point beating McNeese, and we got High Point versus Gonzaga in the Sweet 16. Sorry, Houston. Sorry, Clemson. Sorry, Purdue. But and Georgia's also one of them SEC teams that should not be here. I think they damn near had a 500 record or something. I don't know.
Yeah, 3 of the 4 SEC teams that got these 8, 9, 10 seeds, they all were 8 and 12 in SEC conference.
They should.
I don't care how deep the conference is. If you got a losing record in the conference by that, you should not be able to be in the tournament.
100% agree. I 100% agree.
Unless they just wax a couple of top 5 teams.
Yeah. They wouldn't doing that. Bottom side of the bracket on this side of the region, Illinois over UT or Xavier, Kentucky over Troy, Utah State over UCLA, and Tennessee over Wofford. Tennessee over Utah State, Kentucky over the Fighting Illini, and then Tennessee over Kentucky. Though I do have a bracket where I think Kentucky beats Tennessee, but in that bracket, Kentucky is playing Houston. Give me Tennessee over Gonzaga. The run ends here for Gonzaga. Though I do have a bracket where Gonzaga makes it all the way to the Final Four. I do.
This is crazy. And your Final Four is
the obvious. The thing about when I went into my brackets, man, you gotta trust your good teams. I know it's crazy to say because it's not how it works out, but good teams are good for a reason. This is the bracket that I'm sharing with you all. This is not my only bracket.
You got 20
I got 20 different brackets. Give me Duke over Tennessee, easy. Florida over Auburn, kind of the obvious matchup that most people have.
Damn, we all got Florida versus Duke. Besides, shit.
I was telling Daniel had asked. He was like, "Is Florida really that good?" And I'm like, bro, I really have them, unfortunately, going to the Final Four in almost all my brackets. And it's not because, they are good, but their route to the Final Four is the easiest route to me.
That team could dead ass put up 100 points every single game.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. I think there's only one bracket where I got them being upset, and I don't even remember who it's by. But championship game, I'm pretty sure I got Duke. I got to figure out which bracket I got because I got Florida being upset. I just don't know which one it is.
Getting all confused with which ones you got. And
Hell yeah. But yeah, give me Duke winning it all. That's it.
Yes, sir. Well,
let me see. I gotta find this bracket. But
I heard it here first, man. Those are wrong format. My bad. Those are our 2025 March Madness predictions. I got Florida winning it all. Chris got. Damn, why am I blanking? You who do you got? You got Duke. Cam got Duke, of course. So
Brotherhood.
Damn,
that's who it is.
Picked Florida, 2 of us picked Duke.
So look,
crazy because none of us gonna be right.
the one bracket I got Florida losing, they get upset by Maryland, and then Maryland upset St. John's in the Elite Eight.
You got Maryland in the Final Four?
No, I lied. That's Sweet 16. Maryland loses to Michigan State in the Elite Eight.
Oh, I was finna say. I mean, watch.
Wait,
Maryland
no,
get-
I lied. I'm so sorry. This the wrong app. This the wrong
we,
app.
we ain't finna go.
No. So
They got
look,
too
no,
many
look.
brackets.
Look, it's Michigan State and Maryland, and then Duke versus Houston, and Michigan State beats Maryland. They play Duke in the Final Four, but Duke wins again. Duke win like 6 out of the like 20 times.
We're too good. It's the year, man.
And if they don't lose, they still in the matchup.
bro,
Okay.
our best player is a white man. It had like that's when we're our best. I'm sorry, that's when we're our best. That's when we're our
Christian
best. Exactly.
Oh, okay, so so we all had in the Final Four 1s and 2s, but like I said, let me try to find it right here so I make sure I repeat this stat correctly.
I got 3 1s and 1 8.
I got that somewhere.
At least one 4 seed has made the Final Four every year since 2010.
Who are the 4 seeds, bro? Because
So
shoot,
we
I got a bracket
we
where
got
Duke
Texas
playing
A&M,
Mizzou.
you got Arizona, Maryland, and Purdue. So that's why I was like, if you got Maryland in the Final Four, technically it's not a crazy thing to have.
That's not crazy.
But like we said, all these 4 seeds we got this year all have some pretty fatal flaws. Texas A&M can't shoot. Arizona, inconsistent.
Yeah.
Purdue, just bad luck, and they got a terrible draw in the bracket. That's probably the toughest bracket.
They
is
probably
the
got
rest.
they probably got the toughest region.
And then Maryland, there's a route there. Grand Canyon, Memphis, Colorado State. Maybe you run into Florida, but if you can upset them, who knows?
Or if they get upset.
Yeah,
That's the other thing. Like if other teams get upset, your route becomes different.
I think
so are we going with Maryland? Is that the 4 seed we picking? Because I'll be damned
That's
if
who I got.
the hater in me won't let me pick Texas A&M. So fuck them.
Yeah,
I don't think
I feel you, but I don't. I think the route is actually easier for them
So for A&M,
because they can like
let's see.
They just beat Auburn.
I can see.
Does A&M have a better chance beating UC San Diego or Michigan?
Probably Michigan.
Yeah, probably.
But everybody got UC San Diego winning.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
But
saying?
because everybody got to win, I don't think they win.
But then after that, they better hope Auburn lose because they're going to play Auburn. And if they don't play Auburn, they're going to play Creighton, which means Creighton shot the shit out of the ball when they went against Auburn. So they coming in hot.
Louisville could beat Auburn.
I'm not going to Louisville.
That could.
Louisville could. You're right.
Really
You're right.
Good, and they got home court advantage the first weekend.
It's like it could.
That shit kind of rigged. I'm not gonna lie.
It is rigged, man.
Like
Definitely
Auburn get to missing shots if that's who they play, and that crowd get to going crazy. Louisville can hoop.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that at all.
Hey,
Bro, I got one bracket.
Oh my god, I don't want to see A&M in the final. Please, I don't even don't put that in my mind.
Bro, I got a bracket with
I wouldn't show
Yale
up to
and
work
Missouri in the Final Four.
It's too many of them.
That's crazy. Yale and Missouri in the Final Four.
It is crazy.
It's not crazy to say. It's not crazy.
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
But Missouri win and it's against Duke and Duke wins it all.
You trying to beat Cam or some shit? What is going on?
Oh no, bro. It's just like it's hard to not choose Duke. Only chance I got Duke not winning is if it's Auburn versus Alabama or Tennessee versus Florida.
Man, Vegas just licking their fingers right now. All the futures tickets on Duke, I'm already low.
It's Duke. It's got 95. I started this and I didn't finish it.
I'm not gonna lie. Just the basketball fan wise though, I picked Florida. But I would like to see Houston get over the hump this year finally.
For sure.
Oh man, me too.
They've been knocking. They got the team to do it. It's just like every year I feel like that, and then they find a way to lose. But they're healthy. Like I said, they put belt to ass on the whole Big 12 all year long. I think they could do it this year.
They're definitely good enough to do it for sure.
I want them to, but I just don't know.
Damn, they finna beat these dudes about 40, bro.
Yeah, it's 85 to 46. It's not even a game.
I've been close to
that's a statement. That's a statement.
Now watch them go get whooped by Ole Miss.
I'm telling you. Look, man. Especially the reason UNC not good, bro. They got a high horse. You feel me? Like they win a game like this. Oh yeah, they on a high. They gotta fly to the next spot tonight. Ain't no rest.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's like a crazy
Ain't no rest. You flying to the next spot tonight, waking up early in the morning, doing what's it called? The press stuff, the public stuff, whatever. Then you got practice, then you got film.
And
Miss getting rest.
Miss
Miss getting rest.
Miss sleep right now.
Come on,
It's 8:00. It was in bed at 9:30.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's been built to ass the whole game.
Like, they got there laughing. This ain't fun. this ain't fun, bro. This is real, bro. Ain't no fun.
That's another stat too. At least one first four team has won a first round game in 11 of the 13 seasons.
Yeah,
since
Texas. I'm Texas. Yeah.
All right, it's time to wrap it up.
Hey, but look, I don't. Hold on. I really don't know if there'd be any other first four teams to. I don't know.
No.
I'm not sold on UNC. I'm not sold on UNC personally.
Yeah, the other one is what, the 16 seed. That's not happening.
So we don't got. So I know it's not gonna happen, but y'all don't have like it just had to happen. Which number one seed would get upset first round?
Ooh, probably
Auburn.
Yeah. Just because all BS, bro. Like that's the only thing about it. It's like Janai Room has the game of his life, but everybody else is butt.
Like honestly, I don't see any of them losing clearly. But if I had to pick one, Florida's not losing to Norfolk State.
Nah.
Houston not losing to Southern Illinois Edwardsville, and Duke not losing to
losing.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's just this is an interstate battle. Auburn, Alabama State.
Yeah.
These dudes know each other.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a chance in hell it happens for real. I believe.
They lose by 50.
Yeah, they lose by 50.
Yeah, they gonna. Oh my god. They don't got nobody to guard Janai.
No, he's gonna have his way.
Yeah, he's gonna go stupid.
He's gonna kill him.
And then Thad coming in the game, just doing all crazy dribbling moves and shit.
Oh,
yeah.
But if I had to pick one, I would go them. But if there's one seed, I'm not as confident in making it to the Final Four. It's Auburn, because it's just one game they shoot 4 for 25 from 3. It's like, well, it's a close one.
Yep. No, I agree.
And we've seen this story too many times with them over the past couple of years. High explosive teams are in the regular season, and then they got that one game in the tournament. It's like, well, it's over with. So hey, it is what it is. But we appreciate y'all listening all the way through. I Need a Sports Podcast March Madness preview tip-off. First four tonight, Alabama State advances. North Carolina advances. We're giving you all the picks. We're giving you some of the trends. Take this information with what you will. And if you want to tap in even more, DM Chris, since he's got 37 brackets to choose from. He can give you some more insight with all of his 55 stats that he's basing them off of. Or if you just want to be a homer like him, go do.
No, he's not biased. He's not biased.
Yeah, I'm not biased.
He's not biased at all. Not biased at all, man. But
UNC winning the women's side, not biased.
You said USC?
Yeah, not biased though. Not biased.
Nah, man.
Nah.
I'm rolling with Don. Can't not ride with Don Staley in the soccer.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. UConn, I'm not gonna lie. UConn and Paige Beckers, I'm rooting for him. I want to see.
Oh no, UConn, yeah.
She's too great of a UConn player to not have a ring.
UConn, Tennessee, Texas. Well, I don't know about. I got UT. What, dude?
See, man. Nobody stopping Madison Booker, man. She the GOAT, man. Nobody stopping Madison Booker.
You know who winning, bro?
She too good.
Until she run into Chloe
TCU winning.
I would love to see that.
Oh my god!
All right, it's time to wrap it. Your favorite kids for the favorite.
Who just sent it? Sedona.
Y'all, Kim, Chris, we out, babe. Peace. I need it.